This just blows my mind. Absolutely gorgeous. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy G, back on another video. Today we're gonna review another series that I just watched in Netflix, Sacred Games. Sacred Games. Man, this series is special. So Sacred Games is an Indian conspiracy thriller series, a Netflix original, very first Indian series in Netflix. I believe it was released last year. It has 8 episodes, 45 to 55 minutes per episode, one season right now, but Netflix just announced that there will be a season 2 and it will start on August 15, 2019 this year. This just blows my mind. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely India's finest. Like usual, I'm gonna break this down in 4 categories: story, setting, acting, and overall verdict. Now, the story of this is a bit weird at first. I remember Three Idiots, one of the few Indian films that I really liked. It's something like that, telling a current story and then in parallel with an old tale about the past, pretty much like that. But this story is mainly focused on a policeman, Sardaj Singh, who tries to be as honest as he can be while everything else in his world is messed up. His fate will then cross with another main character here, Ganesh Gaitondi, who was a previous mob boss on his time. More than half of storytelling here is about Ganesh's life, Gaitondi's past life as a kid, as a son of a whore and a son of a beggar, who will one day grow up to be the terror of their town and will be extremely in love with a certain dancer from a nightclub named Cuckoo, which is, by the way, absolutely brilliant on this show. Now, there's so much to talk about this story as there's a lot of things happening per episode on this series. There is Sardaj policeman life as well as Gaitonde's mob life in the past. Also, a lot of other supporting characters are here and definitely brings enough flavor to the table, like Anjali Mathur, a female officer from intelligence agency, pretty much like an FBI of India. She will basically work with Sardaj in investigating and digging up truth, what is really happening on this conspiracy that Gaitonde told them. There's also Constable Katekar, who is a close friend and a subordinate of Sardaj. Another fan favorite, I believe, is Cuckoo. She's a female dancer in a nightclub that Gaitonde will fall in love on his past. Cuckoo, this character Cuckoo, will also shock you if you watch enough of the episode as well, because I did not expect her surprise when she just suddenly dropped that off. There's also a lot of other characters, too many to mention. Better watch it to find out. I believe this was based on a book, pretty much like most of the successful TV shows out there. But the direction of this, not to mention cinematography, just blows my mind every time I resume watching it, even on my phone or on my television, a big television. It just blows me away whenever I see the cinematography and the director, or how the director created this series. Story is beautifully told through slow narration or actual fast-paced action, killing, chasing, gunfight, something like that, which is really so good. Will make you keep watching even though some of the lines are already extremely pointless. You see, a lot of lines here are funny in a weird way. I'm not sure if it's just the dubbing of the English, the translation from the Hindu to English, or in the actual script. Some of the lines in the script are pointless and confusing at times. Most are also corny and, again, funny. Also, story-wise, I just want to mention the first half of this, the season, is extremely boring. You know, it's very slow. It's extremely boring. You might find yourself quitting after a couple of episodes, thinking that, you know, this is nothing. It's just overhyped or something. But it actually slowly builds up until to the last final episodes, like 4 or 3 final episodes of the season. And on those episodes, it's really gonna be good, and it's just really gonna captivate you and shock you in every way. The setting and cinematography of this series is just mind-blowing. You will notice right away after a few minutes of watching it, you know, something is different. Something is special, as if you're not watching a web TV series, but something of a high caliber film. They They use spherical as well as anamorphic lenses that produce outstanding lens flare and some of the breathtaking widescreen that showcases how beautiful and interesting India is. This series was directed by 2 directors, as well as 3 writers, not to mention the numbers of great actors involved on this series as well. You can already imagine how masterpiece this series is for a first Indian series in Netflix. The camera movements and shots here are just beautiful. I particularly like the first time they showed the young version of Gaitandi. It's a top shot, super cinematic shot that is just as good if not better in most of some films. Everything here is so cinematic. They even really paid attention on using certain colors here and temperatures. It looks like they're carefully selected specific hues like red, yellow tungsten on Gaitande's scenes to showcase how bloody and brutal his era was. Acting here is outstanding. Particularly the one that plays Gaitandi. His eyes were so emotional. They can actually see the pain and suffering and rage in it even when he got no lines at all, just staring at you. Maybe it's the mustache as well that is helping the expression there, but his face is just so expressive and he's a really great actor. The actress that plays Cuckoo, holy smokes, that is a real good actress there. I didn't expect her surprise here like what I mentioned earlier, but he's just really so good. You will love her character and you will just be surprised and mind blown when she's finally revealed her plotline. Everyone else is so good, like so good. Sir Dodge, our protagonist's lines are really good and his face is on point all the time. I can actually remember a scene where I nitpicked and complained about acting. It's just so natural that you will appreciate their passion and art about what they're doing. Katikar, Sardar's friend, is also bringing a little bit of lightness on the show, you know, kind of like a sidekick to our protagonist here. You'll be particularly attached, or if not, paying attention to his character. It's definitely gonna move you towards the last episode of this series. But of course, Sacred Games is not for all. Far from it. A lot of things I didn't like about the script. Again, I'm not really sure if it's just the English dubbing, you know, the translation from Hindu to English. Maybe an original Hindu, it's better. But I believe some script can certainly be better. Like, for example, there's one scene here where Gaitandi is eating in a restaurant together with his new wife or girlfriend, and that girl is not eating. So Gaitandi keeps on asking her why you're not eating, why you're not eating. She's just smiling, you know, like, I'm not gonna eat. It's okay. She's kind of like shy. Now, I really thought that the girl is not eating because she's pregnant and she's gonna surprise Gaitandi. Because after all, before the scene, they're having sex all the time. Like all the freaking time. But apparently, she just didn't want to eat because of some childhood memory. You know, she said before when she was a kid, she can only stare with such food. She really like it, but she can't eat it because it's so expensive and it's just for the gods. So she's just imagining it. And right now, she just don't want to eat it because it's gonna spoil the flavor on her imagination. That's pretty lame, I think. I just found it lame. Considering that this girl will be killed after a couple of scenes, which will then cause Gaitandi to just outburst and explode out of rage. I thought if they only made the lines of the girl different, like she's not eating because she's pregnant and her taste buds are messed up, and then she's gonna surprise Gaitandi that you're gonna be a father and all, and then after a couple of scenes she will be killed, then I think it will be really justifiable if Gaitandi will just explode out of rage and just kill everybody. But I thought it's just a missed opportunity because the death of the girl is not that impactful for me. The character build-up is not that nice for the girl. Some of the fight scene here are pretty bad as well. Very obvious that some of the stabs, you know, knife stabs and punches are not really connecting. It's just distracting, breaking you from the immersion. But overall, I give Sacred Games an 8 out of 10. Again, this is the very first Indian series in Netflix as Netflix original, so they still definitely have a lot of room for improvement. But man, this is the best series that I've seen, especially the cinematography among Indian shows. I can't wait for season 2 in August 15. I will definitely watch it. I'm super excited what will happen in season 2 because the ending of season 1 is pretty cliffhanger. To be honest, 8 episodes in season 1 is pretty short. The story just suddenly got cut off, and I'm really anxious to see the season 2 in August 15. I will definitely watch it. I hope they improve the script and some of the lines as well, and add more shocking elements and surprises like they did in the latter part of the season 1 to be a really dark, gritty crime series that is worthy of the attention of every fan of this genre. What are your thoughts, guys? Have you watched Sacred Games? Go ahead and check it out on Netflix. It's available here in the Philippines. I don't know if it's available in other countries, but I've heard or I've read that it's available in over 161 countries. Go ahead and check it out and let me know your thoughts below. Comment down below if you like it, if you got bored on it, or if it's just overhyped. But I'm waiting for the season 2. Let's find out if it's really gonna be good. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe down below. If you go ahead and check my channel contents, I review series, mainly series in Netflix, but I definitely review some of the movies and TV shows out there, even local films in Philippines. But that's all for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching and see you in the next one. Peace.